America's backbone was built on blue-collar business grit, grind, and muscle. This is where you stop working for the business, and the business starts working for you.
All right, today we're going to talk about the Trojan Horse. Everybody that is struggling with getting more leads might want to consider having a Trojan Horse service so that you can build that trust, and then you can pitch your other services, maybe the more profitable services, the higher ticket services. Kevin, we were talking about this earlier this morning, just talking about some of the strategies I could do on one of my businesses that was needing some more leads, and so that I could get my higher ticket items sold. What's some of your thoughts around it?
When I started doing gutter cleaning, I saw the roofs, and then I connected with a friend of mine who had a roofing background. There was a time where I was going into complexes to get the gutters, to get the roofs. That sounds easy, but the part of it is I was making money on the gutters. So you need a Trojan horse. So gutters could be a Trojan horse. You need a Trojan horse that makes you money. I hate loss leaders. We got enough things we lose money on business. Right. So I was going in there
Explain what a loss leader is. I mean, we've heard that term in product sales.
A loss leader is a service, a product where you're going and you know you're going to lose money, but you're leading yourself into that customer. The idea is, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get other money behind it.
Correct.
So it's kind of like a marketing cost. I was going into big complexes, doing the gutters. I wouldn't even talk to them about roofs. I would go in there, kill it, do a good job. Back then, they didn't even have digital cameras. So, I mean, we were taking pictures, snapshots, and then we would talk to them because we knew they needed roofs. And then we would go to management after and say, hey, on building J, building P, building O is horrible. Plywood is this. And of course, they are interested.
Right.
A lot of times they knew. And they say, yeah, we're thinking of doing that next June. I didn't know you did that. I say, yeah, this is what we really do. It's always what we really do. I mean, we got some massive deals. I mean, I had an 84 building complex that had breezeways, modified roofing, 3 on each thing, and we did every single one of them.
To make sure you understand the Trojan horse analogy, you're going in there disguised as something else. Mm-hmm. One of my businesses that does disaster cleanup, I might go in and offer my carpet cleaning service, because my carpet cleaning service average ticket sits somewhere around the 300 mark compared to my water damage restoration at around 8,000, or my air duct cleaning at around 1,400. You don't want your customers to get sticker shock before you've got the relationship built. The whole point is how can we knock down the obstacles and the objections as much as possible to give us an easier access? When I first started my cleaning business, I was doing carpet and upholstery cleaning, and I went to a rent-a-center because I was like, man, they've got all these repos on this furniture. When I realized that they were reselling furniture from their repos, I was like, that stuff has to be cleaned. I know what happens on my furniture, and I didn't even have kids. So I went in to solicit that. The manager just saw cleaning on my business card, called me back. He was not there when I did the in-person visit, and he said, can you clean, I'm interested, can you clean my windows and detail my trucks? The windows is getting kids touching all over it every single day, because you got families coming in, shopping furniture. It's a rent to own, so it's a lower income situation. Makes sense that they would have kids. And then the vehicles were wrapped with their branding, so they were running the streets, and he needed to make sure those looked good as they were doing deliveries so that the neighbors would see and come visit their store as well. So I was able to get that on a 2-week rotation, but what happened is after doing that for 30 days, they asked me, I was asking them about the carpets and the upholstery, and I finally ended up winning over the carpet and upholstery, which was my higher ticket service items at that point. But that Trojan horse of car detailing got me in, and I think that's the importance of having that service, lower ticket item, frequency and need of your customer, and then that allows you to pitch your other services.
And just so you said, the key of it is really going in with that one service and you just really kill it, and then you go talk to them, or they'll approach you. For my whole life, guys will come up and they say, yeah, I do roofs, I do windows, we'll do your deck, we'll cut your lawn. Like when you devalue yourself. People it's too much stuff. Just get in with the one thing that you feel like, hey, they all need. So I'll give you a couple examples. There's a guy I know who sold a plumbing company, plumbing/HVAC, electrical, $32 million. He had a flatbed truck going around with a big sign, $99 drain cleaning. That was his thing. It wasn't to clean your drains for $99. They'd come out with the camera, inspect it, and got a massive amount of leads off that. And then he's going to go out there, because people have a lot of drain issues. At least he was in New Jersey. It rains a lot there. It's very common. He goes out there, he does the inspection. Hey, it's going to be $400. We're going to blow out all these drains. And now they have this customer in their thing. And then he was teaching these guys to be sales ninjas, and then bringing all the other services.
So smart.
And that's how you get to a massive massive company. But it's a free lead flow, but it wasn't a loss leader because it appears to be, but the inspection, how many people are going to go in? If they call you, they have a problem. You're not going to go there, take a camera and say, yeah, you guys are wrong. All that sitting water over there, it actually, right. It's not this, it's something else. So he was always going to make money on the first one, but he wanted to own the interior of that house, and in this case, the exterior with the drain. So I don't know if you want to talk about what we were talking about today about how you can get into these different plans.
Concerning the water and fire restoration, those services are on demand. It's not something that someone says, oh, I'm going to have a water loss today, so I'm going to call so-and-so. We do air duct cleaning and dryer vent cleaning as well. So if I would offer that dryer vent cleaning over to these apartment complexes, that when they have a water loss or a fire damage, it turns into a massive ticket. You're talking about thousands of dollars to go in and mitigate, and then you've got your reconstruction side as well. So if I can already get in as a trusted vendor, they've got all of my insurance, and then I make sure that I cross-sell my damage restoration services, then I'm going to get the phone call when something like that happens instead of someone else getting the call. I know a lot of restoration companies, they've started multiple plumbing franchises just for the restoration companies because a plumber is an amazing lead source for the water damage. So they will go out, buy the franchise, the established restoration company will buy into these franchises so that they can use them as a lead generating resource for the restoration company, but they're still making money. Not a loss leader for them. It's a whole nother business. It's building enterprise value over there, but they decided to take it into their own hands. Why? They get to train their plumbers how to be sales ninjas for that restoration company.
Right. They control the whole flow of that lead. I love what you do with affiliate marketing, but one of the things with you saying is you can go in and talk to those guys. Hey, when you go in there and you see sitting water, call us and all that, and it works, and you built a great business off it. But what if you can meet them every Tuesday at 7 a.m. and now you're teaching them to be ninjas?
Yeah.
Not only in their plumbing business, but hey, here's another revenue source. Exactly. And when you direct this to our sister company, you get paid as well. I mean, you control the whole thing. This is how you make millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's taking control. I mean, we just had a mastermind here at Lake Lanier, Georgia. We had 5 amazing entrepreneurs show up, and the trend is the same. Every single one of them are great at marketing. They're great at generating leads. I have yet to meet one business that is large, and when I say large, I'm talking about over 5 million that in revenue, that is not good at their lead generating abilities.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way they got there. So many people start as great operators and they have some luck. They get some referrals, and that referral will get them to that 1 million or above, slightly above mark. But you really have to start learning how to target, produce lists, and then proactively reach out to those lists to really start getting above and around that $2, $3, $5 million mark. And that's what we see consistently, and that's what we want you guys to think about. What is that leader, that gatekeeper that's going to get you in to the customer's trust point so that you can pitch your higher ticket items that have higher margins for you to really enjoy entrepreneurial lifestyle with.
And on some level, like for our windshield business, our partners, we're buying from China now. We got the product, we got the better price, so they're getting incredible feedback when they go in there to talk to people because it's going to be cheaper. And that's our end game, is to buy low, sell high. But what we're finding from that is almost being treated like a Trojan horse, because then we're finding people who might want to sell us. It's crazy, but how many texts have we heard? It's like 6 or 7 right now. This guy's, hey, yeah, and then they start talking to him and they find out they want to sell. So that's how we have 2 already under.
The best deal makers go and have conversations and ask questions, because they learn so much information through the question asking process. Even more so, they realize they've got to have conversations. Our mentor, Mark Evans, he sits there and talks about how you got to have conversations. If you don't have leads, pick the stinking phone up. can make a phone call. If you're not talking to people, no wonder you don't have leads.
If you don't have leads, you should be calling everybody in your phone, texting them, what's going on, what are you seeing out there, do you need help, do you know anyone need help? There's no way you'll get even to number 10 without getting something.
So the question is what's your Trojan horse?
And this is what is really great for us. For Chris, a perfect example. If you have high ticket items that aren't residual, that are dependent on weather, that are dependent on storms, that you don't know when your next one's coming, you know they're gonna have one sometime. That's when you say, okay, what's my Trojan horse? How do I get into there that's what the Trojan horse story is. If you guys don't know, you can Google, but they came in a big wooden horse. All the soldiers were in there. That's how they got into the fence, and then they came out at night and slaughtered everybody. Yeah. That's the essentially what you want to do. How do I get into, say, that apartment complex? How do I get into that nursing home? How do I even get into the home? It could be drains. You get in there, now you're in there, now you're not leaving. And then when they have that big storm, you get it. But what if you already had 120 of those sitting in houses all over the place, and then out of those 120 people, one of them every week's going to be calling you with a big claim?
Absolutely. And you retarget your customers, you build a lifetime value. There's so many automated features at this point that'll send out a text message, send out emails, send out ringless voicemails, and you can craft that so that you can stay at top of mind and cross-sell your other services. Look, if y'all want to know more about how to grow and scale your business with support, y'all check out Boardroom Elite. We're now on the school platform. That's with a K. We've got courses. We've got a calendar set up where we go live every single week.
You bring in incredible guests.
And the members themselves are just amazing entrepreneurs. So it's not just me and Kevin that's the resource. Those entrepreneurs inside and their suggestions and their experience is an amazing resource as well. So we've got Boardroom Elite, and if you're not quite ready for that level, then we have our Blue Collar Millionaire Accelerator. That's a self-paced course that you take by yourself. It's all of our lessons that me and Kevin have done inside of our business that's been successful. We've packaged it up so that you can sit there and watch these videos, look at the PDFs, and you can implement it in your business so that you can start growing to a level that you feel like you're having success.
And that's super cheap, and it has all the information. You go to bluecollarmillionaire.net. bluecollarmillionaire.net. It's got information on that. And one last thing, our sister from Boardroom Elite is the War Room. So Boardroom Elite is all about scaling your business, growing it to $1 million. How do I net $1 million on this business? All the strategies, all the things you need. It's a lot of stuff, right? So you're meeting us every Thursday. War Room, we're meeting every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's about how to buy businesses. Anybody can do that. Our partners were W-2 guys, super bright guys, did not bring money to the deal. They were here at the lake. They're living the life.
We'll see you on the next podcast.